one. Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands AP here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Hi there, I'm Will. A few announcements before I hand things over to Matt to introduce everyone. Here are the announcements. Number one, other shows on the channel. Tuesday night, tomorrow. Come join me as I continue my attempt at completing Outward without dying.
So...
Come, bless you.
Thank you.
Come join me as I try to complete Outward without dying. We're on our 5th character. It's not going well. Wednesday, we're off this week, but we normally have the League of Amazing Adventurers. Next week, though, for League of Amazing Adventurers, it is if we had like a fan base the level of the Steven Universe, it would probably be called a Nimbus Bomb or a Cassandra Bomb. It's a Cassandra Bomb. Is that a deep
Saint
cut?
Altair Bomb.
Saint Altair Bomb. Yeah, it's a Saint Altair Bomb.
Because there was already a Cassandra bomb in canon.
That's a good point.
Sort of the opposite.
That's a good point.
A little bit of a hint as to what this is. Sort of the opposite of the Cassandra Bomb. But that's next Wednesday. Thursdays, we're off. Friday, we have the Genshin Impact short campaign, Shadows of Celestia. Our party is partying through Liyue. They're fighting treasure hoarders this week. Come and join us, barring any issues and technical issues. Then, Saturday, Salt and Sorcery. Come watch me get increasingly more angry at Dark Souls.
We get to go to the... actually, Will, I'll be happy to say, assuming we can get by some giants...
I did get that door open, by the way.
Oh, did you go back?
Yeah, I went back after stream and I got that door open that we couldn't for the shortcut.
Oh, that's great.
I was so annoyed, Matt.
But we will get to fight potentially a very easy boss.
You love to see it.
It's just a bunch of old guys in robes with candlesticks.
Nice. Speaking of very easy, Sunday nights we have our Simulation Sundays. That's our chill stream. We're playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. It's a good time. We just got Scar unlocked. I'm at a point where I've grinded for all the resources we need to continue the story and a whole bunch of other storylines, so we'll get to see all of those. But Minnie Mouse wants us to collect 500 clay for her, and that one has been a bit hard to grind, so we may not get that one done during the week. So those are that. Then Monday, Strength of Thousands AP. And then the only other big programming announcement we have is on November 19th. That is 4 weeks, so about a month away from now. We are doing the promised 200 follower 12-hour stream.
Wasn't it supposed to... Is that the isekai thing? Or are you doing... or did you change it to a Pokemon?
I'm doing the Pokemon. We are doing... Because to get everyone together for 12 hours to play D&D or Pathfinder, I've deemed has been too hard. But also Pokemon stream, and I want to stream it for 12 hours, so we might still do the isekai at some point. Might be like a 300 thing or 400.
Yeah, Pokemon Isekai. There you go.
There is a Pokemon tabletop RPG that we could play at some point. But more
you have been killed by Raichu.
On the 19th,
You are now a Raichu.
We are doing a hardcore blind Nuzlocke of Pokemon Scarlet.
Oh dear.
Sounds so sad.
I just worry.
I'm excited.
Nuzlocks have the potential to go very bad very quickly.
They do, and we will hopefully not reach that point. But yeah, so those are all the programming announcements. And now, ooh, that reminds me, I need to unmod someone.
Who, me?
No.
Couldn't be.
Then who?
Oh.
Who stole
No
the
one.
cookie from
No
the
one.
cookie
We don't need
jar?
to
But in all seriousness,
But moving
there we
on.
go. Moving right along, Matt.
Moving right along down the road. Did I ever tell you guys that I was once in a production of The Wiz?
You?
I was.
Were you?
I was Toto.
No, that
I
tracks.
bit someone. I thought it would be grant realism to my performance. I was also a field mouse. I was also Mr. Darcy and the Crocodile in the production of Peter Pan.
Oh, you make
Did
a
you
good
bite someone then
crocodile.
as well?
No, the crocodile's never actually on stage with anyone. He always comes in and then everyone has already fled and he goes, "Oh shucks," and then wanders off.
Sorry, what was that? I didn't quite catch that. The crocodile,
The crocodile never is on stage with anyone else because everyone flees as soon as they hear the ticking sound. He comes on, he's like, "Oh shucks." He doesn't actually say anything, but then he just leaves.
There's something about the way you just say, "Oh shucks," it just.
Golly gee.
Well, that's why you got the spot. That's why you got.
I'd cast you a second time as the crocodile.
I enjoyed the costume. It was fun. Tail was a bit awkward. But anyway, speaking of taking on interesting roles in interesting places, we are here to play the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I am the Dungeon Master or Game Master, what have you, or God if you prefer, if you're feeling spicy. I am Matthew Urban off at various places on the internet. And joining me this evening are three lovely people that I have come to know well and I'm very fond of, which makes it hard to do a segue, but I'm just going to start with, again, the person closest to me geographically. Will, who are you and who are you playing tonight?
See, the segue could have used is saying, yes, one of the three lovely people, not one of the three lovely people in this stream, because the three lovely people are Matt McKenna and Zoe. I'm Will. I am playing Igora, Gamma, and Choco tonight.
You know, Will, self-deprecation only works certain times.
Yeah, I know.
Usually when people don't like a person, but we like you, so.
You do, Will.
It's debatable.
And speaking of other people we like, McKenna.
There we go.
Who are you and
Oh,
what do you bring to
wow.
the stream tonight?
Hello,
Oh,
I am
awkward.
McKenna Ray Tynan, McKenna Ray Art on all of the apps and www dots. This is Aaron can't be here and hasn't been able to be here for the last couple weeks, so I decided to put a small stuffed animal of my own attached to my headgear in her honor. I miss Bob, but it's a cute little bat. I don't know if you can see. It's a little bat friend. Just like Avi Avi, the character that I play, who is a Nyctera witch. Rune patron specifically.
Witches are fun.
And last but certainly not least, though possibly last to join the war against the Fire Nation because they were frozen for 100 years, Zoe.
Hi everybody, I'm Zoe. I go by Zozy Pose on the internet, and I'm playing Ophelia, who was not frozen in ice for however long, very, very long time.
At least that's what she wants us to
At
think.
least that's what she wants
This
us to believe.
This is completely off
Preposterous.
This is completely off topic for this stream, but it might be on topic for a future one shot that we do on the channel. If you were a bender, what would you want to be a bender of? I would be a water bender.
Lightning.
Lightning.
Air, personally.
Air.
I'm going to go with earthbending because I also think it's just very useful. And also possibly the least messy. Like waterbending, if you make a mistake or something, there's water everywhere. Fire is destructive. Air also just doesn't have real much substance to it. Earthbending, you can make a house.
You can
It's
also
just-
wreck a house.
You can
Just-
also.
But then destruction and creation are two sides of the same coin.
One day I will convince Matt to run the Avatar: The Last Airbender TTRPG.
It's probably in the mail. The book is in the mail, and my nice dice, my Four Nation dice, also my cool dice, possibly from the thing McKenna are finally coming.
Mine are still at my parents' house, and I want them so badly.
But speaking of dice and role-playing games, that is probably all for our character entrance tonight. As mentioned earlier, though, Aaron is away this evening, won't be joining us, but they are always in our hearts. Like the three I have because I stole two from other people. They didn't need them anymore.
I'll roll the intro.
Take an inspiration from your horror shorts.
It would not be recommended you drive.
Also, don't forget to go check out McKenna's TikTok after the stream.
It is a tradition, a ritual, if you might say. Light some candles, chant some chants.
Done.
When last we left our group of, I'm just going to go back to calling you guys adventurers because adventure is a pretty broad category. You may be lore speakers or teachers now at the Magambia with responsibilities and a duty to set an example for your students who you've taken with you, but you're still adventurers at heart. But speaking of all that, we have finally managed to reach the object of sort of this academic expedition. You managed to locate your not so much missing student, but departed student. And after convincing them to come with you, you all headed for the ruins of Bloodsalt, a city that had kind of mysteriously not vanished so much, but kind of been abandoned, and a lot of people have been killed. And there was a lot of its history that is left unknown. So you guys are here to sift through the ruins and figure stuff out. But before you could even get into the city itself or even set up camp, you came upon a rakish-looking halfling and his group of bodyguards or such. But they wove a tale of them being the only official person allowed or given dispensation to explore these ruins, which you quickly poked holes in the story, and then they're like, okay, that's enough, and they attacked you. That proved to be an unwise decision. You guys took care of them, took a little bit of loot, and the surviving mercenaries dragged their employer and their fallen comrades away, and you guys are left. You sifted through their camp, and now you guys are left alone on the outskirts of Bloodsalt. The very broken gates and walls stand before you, either inviting or ominous, depending on your mood.
Intriguing.
I'm just opening up Aaron's character sheet.
Yes. So we pick right up after the fight.
Cool.
What do you guys want to do?
Before we go any further, team, can we just confirm who has the necklace of fireballs?
I think it was Zoe.
An Avi, a Zoe, or an Aerith?
Made a decision on that.
I don't think we
You
did.
can make a decision now.
I would like for us to make a decision now just so we can make use of it if we have
Why,
to.
you wanna use it? But it's pretty. So maybe that means I don't get it.
Because Ophelia would never use it.
McKenna gets it. Done.
I'll take it. I'll take it. If I must.
Avi gets it. Cool. Thank you. That has been magical item
This has been bugging you.
Has been haunting my nightmares these last few days.
We have nightmares about very different things.
We really do.
One detail I did also want to mention that you guys did manage to find 4 barrels of what is essentially alchemic explosives.
Yes,
right.
We
did talk about.
Yeah. Unreliable and very crude, but still potentially destructive.
Avi is going to do like a head count of all of the students and just say, "Is everyone okay? Are you safe? Did you get hit by anything? No? Are we good?"
No, they were hanging back pretty well, sort of forming a defensive perimeter around each other. So everyone seems to be okay.
Okay.
In fact, you have a new student. In fact, no.
There's an extra head in there.
You took so good care of the group. You have a new student now.
Like the bandit that ran off just tried to be like, I want to join the Magambia now. All right. This is a teachable moment, as you can see. Even when we are doing something as sort of innocuous and as non-competitive as learning, some people will still try to make it difficult for you. So, sometimes you can handle things non-violently, but not this time.
They all kind of nod, though a few of them seem to be a little more skeptical of certain parts of it than others. Also, I keep forgetting to do this, and I apologize to our viewers. We're in book 3, not book 2, and the combat overlay needs to be updated.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's green now.
Yes.
To be fair, it's not easy being green.
Well, it's a good thing
Filling
you're blue then,
point?
Igora.
But anyway, back to the story. Yeah, so I would say also by this point of the day, the sun is starting to dip a little low. So,
Alright, well, what do y'all say we step in there a little bit? I'm good for a little couple fights still.
Who says we're fighting? We're just researching.
I look you dead ass in the eyes, Ophelia. I say, Ophelia,
Yes, Igora.
absolutely every single thing we have done ever has ended in something trying to kill us.
I think we're rather likable.
spoiler warning: the entire city is nothing but puzzles.
I think we're
Oh,
rather
I'd
likable.
love that.
I think we're rather likable too, but I also think things like trying to kill us.
In fact, if each of you look under your chairs right now, you'll find a Rubik's Cube. No.
What if I just pulled a Rubik's Cube out from under my chair?
Matt, you stinker. There's nothing but my light set under my chair.
That's significantly less interesting.
There's nothing but this Togepi under my chair.
There's nothing but my feet.
All right, well, it
Don't
is
show
getting
those
dark.
on stream.
Yeah. Or do.
Sick. Well, I got these new little shark slippers. I think you guys would like them.
Oh.
See, the way to get around that is to be a VTuber. Then you can show animated feet, and it's fine.
I'm wearing Crocs.
Maybe don't show those.
No.
Yeah. We'll get banned for sure.
I
Soon
have
to be
cloven hoofs.
Pokemon Crocs.
Anyway. Cute. Yeah, I think let's go look at what's in there. Yeah. Send a frog.
It might not be a bad idea to
I like how your
out.
first impulse is send a frog.
Send a frog to their death.
No.
Sorry, Avi. Go ahead.
It might not be
No,
a
go
bad
ahead, Avi.
idea to just shut the fuck up, Igor! I swear to God!
Igora and Ophelia were messing with you just to get you to outburst in front of the students.
The students all take a step back.
I think it would be a good idea to maybe set up camp and wait for the morning on account of it's getting dark out. And even if we don't run into anything crazy that's trying to kill us, it might just be harder to research the things that we need to research.
Well,
Everyone give me a perception check.
What I was thinking,
So smart.
is that
One
we
for me,
could sort
one
of
for
clear
Agate.
things out and like make sure everything's safe before we send our students in here to die.
Oh. We're not sending them in there to die.
There's a perfectly good camp right here too. So.
All right, you all hear a variety of kind of evening birds picking up, but both Igora and Choco also hear the distant, like, possibly chortles of some actual hyenas. Not gnolls, actual hyenas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would hyenas just attack us in camp?
Roll me a nature check.
Do a nature check? I don't.
Anyone wants to know maybe a little bit about hyenas?
Perhaps.
Oh, I know about hyenas. Let me tell you about hyenas.
Yes. You know two important things about hyenas. One, hyenas are actually primarily scavengers. If there's something like, they'll probably maybe go after really obviously sick or vulnerable things, but unless they have overwhelming numbers, they will only ever go after like they often steal the prey of cheetahs, because cheetahs, for all their speed, cannot fight for their food. If hyenas come up, cheetahs will just run away because they can't fight. You also know that female hyenas often... Actually, no, we don't need to know that little fun bit of biology.
Not change to 31. That's a natural 19 on the die face.
Yeah, what do I not want to tell the group? You want to just tell me, and I'll see if I want to tell the group or not?
You guys go about your business. I'm going to just quickly look up the spelling for something and then send it to Zoe.
When facing hyenas, it's important to be prepared.
Midland Point? No, that was a good one.
Yeah. In all seriousness, Avi, are you down like on bunching your magic? Is that why you're suggesting the rest, or is it just because it's getting a little bit?
No, I'm literally just suggesting it because I think it would be better to do the research in the morning.
She's just smart.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like,
You asked for this, though.
If we have to clear,
wait. Maybe I don't want it.
if we have to clear it out to like make sure it's not like going to kill our students when they're researching.
Where did you message me?
You know what I mean?
In Zoom.
Oh god.
That's just my thought process. Like we can maybe like go in there, see a couple of things.
Why did I know it was gonna be that?
And then,
What?
and then from
I don't know
there-
much about hyenas, but I know
Yes,
that.
And then tackle more in the morning.
I'll keep that information to myself. Thank you.
Well,
Like if things.
I
get
guess it may
dark,
not be
then-
a bad idea to just go like a little bit inside, and maybe see if we can't find more stable camping.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's clear out an area of the town, and then we'll have walls to protect us from.
You don't want to
hyenas.
just camp right here?
Yes.
I mean, we can if we don't find anything safer. But I'm just saying, like, let's
Okay,
step
yeah,
a
let's
little
just
bit
peek
later
in.
And then,
Let's peek in.
yeah, let's just peek in. Worst comes
Have a
to
frog
worst, we
peek in.
get into a fight or two immediately, and then we can rest the night after those fights, and then be fine.
All right. Who wants to poke their heads in? No, I'm okay. Assuming you're just going right through the front gate.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It is getting a little dark, but you do have a view of your surroundings. Igor, give me a perception check.
All right, team Beastmaster Summoner. Let's do this.
I hate to have the Zoom show stuff.
How do you mean?
Yeah, no one look at the map on not Zoom, on Twitch.
Roll 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you've got like DM vision on, Will.
I have to for the stream to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
useful.
All right.
That's
So
why I just kind of ignore things. I just say, "We go."
you guys see that it is. This ruin has sort of been worked over by the elements. There is to the north what appears to be a more kind of intact building near what appears to be a residential area. In front of you, there's two kind of very, very much abandoned little like circular huts or something. There's a ruined tower directly sort of northwest of you. And one thing that strikes you about this is that the damage seems to be recent. It may have been more intact until just recently. Farther away, quite close to the coast, appears to be the most intact building, a large circular building with no obvious open doors, opposed to the rest of the place, which a lot of the doors either are gone or just sort of hang open. And there's another large building almost directly west of where you guys are that seems mostly intact except for a large hole in one wall.
All right. Avi, as the literally smartest person in our group, your call.
Let's see if we can't post up in the huts. The little circular guys right in front of us.
You don't think there's enough room for your entire party in all of them. Like, you could fit 8 people in both of the huts combined.
Do we maybe want to check this building down here?
You think that would be large enough to hold the whole party?
And the students?
Yeah. It's
All
got
right.
like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got like 15 squares of room potentially inside it. I'm assuming it's not filled with, like a living carpet of bone and flesh.
I don't know why it would be.
You trying to
filled
tell us
with a
something?
living carpet of bone.
What,
and
have you guys
flesh,
never
but-
been to
Yeah,
Dark
let's check it
IKEA?
No, I cannot say that I have.
It's a great way to keep your floor clean. I just take my trash, throw it at
Do
the
they
carpet
have
over
dark
there.
Swedish meatballs?
Yes, except they scream.
God.
All right, so
Gareth.
this one has a somewhat intact door still, kind of rotted wood, but it's still kind of hanging there. So
I'm
you
gonna
have
be
to
nice
open
to
it.
Mushroom Man.
Gamma opens the door.
You see inside an empty domicile filled with dust and scraps of wood and maybe some old pottery.
Perfect.
Looks good. Looks safe.
And seems mostly dry and everything. It doesn't seem like any rain or any waters filtered in.
Nice.
Real quick. I just thought of something. You see actually from the back of your group, Iboko is kind of raising a hand.
Yo,
Oh,
Aboko, what
yes?
you got?
Yes.
Teachers, I thought, because we hadn't done yet, I thought it might be a good idea for us to maybe institute a policy of either whenever we think of it or at periodic times pulls out, the silver amulet that you were all issued, checking these to make sure that there's, not the gas coming in, because we know that the gas will instantly start corroding the silver. So you guys can all examine your amulets now if you want.
We will examine those
Um,
and have an evacuation contingency plan in place.
what is the plan?
Run.
Run really fast.
Get out in an orderly
We will meet up at the muster point of that.
which is
Yeah,
the other
which
camp.
we'll
Is that
set.
far enough away? Do we know if that's far enough away?
And we'll say
It
we
is
set
unclear.
we will say we set up multiple muster points where if if the gas continues to expand, we have like 6 muster points to the village.
Okay. What do we see when we look at our
For the
amulets
moment,
now?
other than a little grit from the road, the amulets seem perfectly clean.
Cool. And I'm just
So,
going to
no
have
corroding
it
yet.
I'm just going to have it around my neck.
All right, but seeing as it's hanging around your neck, Will, you will have to make a point of looking at it.
Yeah, just looking
It's
down quickly.
not in your field of vision normally.
I'm gonna put it on my wrist, like wrap it around,
Okay.
so I can like look at it.
A little awkward, but it won't impair you. All right. So you guys want to camp for the night in this building? Start fresh in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Who's taking first watch?
Just
Say it
sit
again?
with Gama. I can take first watch, y'all, if you want.
Now,
Right.
does that include your entire little cadre, Gamma, or just Gamma?
No, it'd be Gama, Igra, and Choco for the first watch, and then Gama would just stay up because Gama doesn't need to sleep.
I guess I'll take second watch with Gamma.
All right, and I can take third.
All right. So-
Breakfast.
Second watch is Zoe. Third is McKenna. First is Igra and Gamma.
Choco and Gama, yeah.
Run
Okay.
company.
Feel free to give me a perception check for first watch. All those involved.
Team Gura, if you will.
I'm just going to.
I'm surprised you don't have like a team name.
Every
Your
single
little
one
menagerie.
of them, every single one of them I tried to come up with was just a Naruto reference, and I decided better of it.
Yes.
Yes.
Choco and Igara, while you guys are sitting in and watch, a bit of a breeze comes up from kind of the shoreline, so from the north, and it carries with it. You get like a kind of a bad smell, like not like the kind of concerning smell of like rotting flesh that you guys have encountered before in the presence of undead, but just kind of like a bad chemical smell.
Checks amulet.
And amulet seems to be fine.
And I think like Igoro will check the amulet like every 30 minutes or so.
And you do also remember that the point of the amulet is because if you were smelling the gas, it would be too late. The amulet is to show you guys, because if you could just smell it, that would give you enough time to get away. The amulet will corrode before you can even smell it, and that'll be a sign to get out of Dodge.
Yeah, and Igoro would just check that every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But
So there's somewhere nearby, coming somewhere from the north, there's just an unpleasant kind of chemically smell.
how stupid is Igora?
Yeah, split the party, Will.
I have
Split
a
the party.
-1 in intelligence.
Yeah, but actually, remember, intelligence is learned facts. Leaving on your own in the middle of the night to investigate a thing would be a wisdom.
I'll put her there.
Like, are you the
Besides, we
person?
gave you a job to do. You're not going to disappoint your friends, are you?
Yeah, it's
Are you the
fine.
person in the horror movie who wanders off? What's that sound?
Yes, hi there. I'm Will. I would die if I was in a horror movie.
Oh no.
No, we just lock the doors and stay inside and call our parents.
Nope.
We do the lame thing that
I-
gets us to live.
This very morning, there was a strange noise in my house while I was working, and I went and I investigated it.
I don't like that at all.
Wow.
But yes.
So what are you doing now?
I'm just staying there. Igor will think better
Okay,
of it.
excellent.
All right. Yeah. Otherwise, first watch passes uneventfully. Yeah. Second watch,
Oh, fuck, who is second watch?
Zo and Gamma.
Yeah. Choco just goes and wakes up. Choco goes and wakes up Zo.
Okay.
Igor
So,
goes
Zo,
downstairs.
you and Gamma sitting out there, thanks to your third in perception, not only do you also pick up the unfortunate kind of chemical smell that makes you kind of wrinkle your nose a little. It's just unpleasant. You do also think possibly somewhere quite a bit to the north, you think amongst the what you were assuming before were the residential buildings, you think you might see a little bit of movement, like something moving between the houses.
Don't like that.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, pretty uneventful. There's the gentle sound of like the waves from the coast that's a little ways up. But otherwise, yeah, the ruins are pretty peaceful. It seems to be kind of mostly devoid of like nightlife. You guys have been camping, quite a bit in the jungle on your way here, and even at night, the jungle was often full of lots of little critters and creatures and birds and stuff. Like a lot of things come alive at night in the jungle just to do their stuff, but the ruins seem weirdly quiet. Animals seem to avoid this area.
Is there any check I could make to see if I recognize that smell?
You could give me a nature check. You could give me a crafting check if you think it's like more artificial or man-made. It would depend on what you are maybe gambling on what you think it is.
Well, I feel like it's probably natural, but just to this area, we don't really know much about this area. I think make an active nature check. Okay.
It's hard to say. You haven't spent a lot of time studying smells outside.
Yeah, hate
It's
that.
not like rotting meat. It's not like flowers. It's not like, easily recognizable smells. This is something that is a powerful smell and it's very distinct, but it just hasn't fallen in your experience.
Okay. Gama, do you see that movement over there?
Gamma?
I'm gonna give me another perception check for this time.
Gamma Kichi. Gamma. Hero point.
Gama, what the heck? Gama!
Gamma used a hero point for perception check. Okay. Yes, Gamma also does see some movement, which it's a fair distance away, really, so it's very hard to say, but considering how still the rest of the ruins are, you do spot this little bit of movement, something kind of like shifted around in the shadows over there.
Do you want me to check it out?
I mean, what would Igora do? WWED.
There's no one around you can sacrifice on an altar, so you
Gamma
have
looks
no
you
way.
straight in the eyes, Ophelia, and says, "Do you really think that Igora should be the one that's thinking things like this? He's kind of a dumbass."
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard you talk bad about him.
No, honestly, if it wasn't for me, Igora would be dead 10 times over.
Well, yeah, we do know that. We do appreciate you quite a bit.
Yeah.
If you want to peek,
I don't think it's wise, personally.
Then
for us
let's
to do
stay
it, because if something were to
here.
happen right now, like I know for a fact that Avi and Aerith wouldn't be able to cast any spells.
then let's stay here and just watch that direction and all the other directions.
For the remainder of your watch, you don't really see any other movement. But just as your watch is nearing its end, Zoe, please give me a will save.
Oh, come on.
Headache time.
Ooh.
Actually, for a second, you have the almost overwhelming urge to start just whistling a jaunty little tune. But then you're like, no, that's probably not a good idea at this time of night. We're trying not to draw attention to ourselves. And you're just like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Make a perception check.
Sure. Are you looking for something in particular?
I'm like
or
looking for somebody around or signs of a person or a being.
No. There's just
Making
Gamma,
me
and Gamma's
want
not even
to-
looking at you. Gamma's looking up at the moon.
Oh my god.
Possibly two
Adorable.
moons. I don't remember how many moons Galeria has.
3.
Well, how many moons does
You said
Galeria
that so
have?
confident.
Matthew, I love you. I respect you as my friend, but I have no idea.
I don't
I-
think you needed to
However
preface
many
that with that, but
you
that's
I
fine.
spend so much time homebrewing, but I do not know Galarian lore to save my life.
You know more than me. I was only asking. It's fine. I'll look it up later.
All right.
And then I'll make a new moon that has a fox face in it.
New moon.
It's made of cheese.
Oh, heck
No,
yeah.
your watch on and eventually, and you head back into the house, and Avi Avi gives you a little high five on her way out.
Anything crazy?
Just some movement over yonder. And a weird smell.
Hmm.
And now that she points it out, you immediately also get the smell. You don't even have to roll perception for that.
Weird smell.
Is it getting stronger?
It doesn't seem to be getting stronger. It seems to fluctuate with the wind. Like
Gotcha.
the wind is blowing it towards you.
Hate that for us.
It's not the alchemical stuff from earlier, is it?
Which direction is the wind?
The wind is coming from the north.
Okay.
So, did you guys actually question? Did you leave the alchemical barrels in the old camp from the other people, or do you bring them with you?
Yeah.
No, those barrels are pretty sealed up. They're in the house with you, so
Hmm.
you don't want to leave alchemical barrels out in the elements.
No, I don't. I just wanted to make sure they hadn't sprung a leak or anything.
Did you put them in the in your bag?
Yeah, roll for carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah, no, really. I don't know how specific this game is.
Oof.
There is carbon monoxide as poison. So
Yeah. I should have been getting you guys to roll against malaria your entire trip through the jungle.
Wait, really? It wouldn't surprise me. Pathfinder's
You were too
crazy.
kind to
They-
us.
Malaria, you can get malaria in Pathfinder. They have stats
they
for
did
it.
make them do that in the Strength
Oh my
1000
God.
AP when they are traveling through the jungle.
Malarian, Galarian.
Yes, they did.
I feel like Zoe would find that. Zoe would be tickled by that. No, malaria is no fucking joke, and if you've ever had to take the pills to not get it, they're like this big around.
It's like a horse pill.
They're fucking horse
I think I got a
tranquilizers.
shot when I went to the Dominican.
When I went to Africa, it was both like a vaccine and like daily pills that you had to take. It was fun.
And that's why
happy to do it,
mosquitoes kill
but-
more people than anything else.
That's why
Yeah,
there's no
fuck those little bastards.
Yeah. But yeah, roll me a perception check for your watch.
One for me and one for Agate.
And one for Gamma.
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 Gamma's very perceptive.
Gamma.
He's got big eyes.
Gamma has a plus 12 to perception.
As he should. He's a rock frog.
I mean, so does Avi Avi.
Yeah, I think so.
The natural 19 helps.
Just a bit.
Avi Avi, Gamma again sees a little bit of movement in the up far up to the north near the structures.
Where exactly,
it's-
Matt?
Like it seems to be like the light from like the moon seems to shine a little bit in between the buildings, and it's just like something crosses in front of the light briefly, and it's not even very quick. It's just like step, and then it's gone.
Ah, okay. I was going to ask if you could ping the area so that Gamma would know, but
Yeah, Avi Avi, you do not notice that. You obviously are already noticing the smell.
I believe Agate, as a Dwemer cat cub, has scent. I'm looking at the page right now. It's just loading. Come on, archives. I believe in you. I believe in you. Oh my god. There we go. Yes, dark vision, scent, and speech. Does scent let me, like, pick up anything extra?
Are you asking like are you actually asking Agate like can you identify the smell?
Yeah.
All right. Trying to think how I'll phrase this. Gamma kind of looks at you and then pops into your like little satchel and rummages around and finds like a yellow piece of chalk. And on a nearby bit of pottery, just kind of like with her like holding it with her two little paws, just draws like a little funny little solid shape with the yellow chalk, and then puts the yellow chalk back in your bag.
You can understand her, can't you?
Avi pats her on the head and says, "Whenever you're ready, I hope you know that you can talk to me."
She just switches her
Whenever you're
tail.
ready.
Where's the fun in that? I'm trying to help you to learn how to interpret the signs that through your runes.
Oh, I know.
Also,
that's
you're dreaming.
So lovely to hear. I'm dreaming. I'm sleeping. Oh no.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Well, would you mind telling me just this once what that is? It just looks like a little yellow blob.
She kind of rubs up against you,
that's-
purrs a little bit. You get a freebie for now. Kind of takes a sniff of the air and kind of wrinkles her nose like, ooh, I believe that is sulfur.
Oh.
I was going to draw the chemical symbol, but I'm not sure you know your periodic tables.
Agate, how could you? Of course I know my periodic tables.
I don't know if periodic tables exist in this world.
The gunpowder
They do now.
exists, so
Avi
they
Avi
kinda
made
have
them.
Sulfur, the forbidden cheese
I mean,
curds.
considering that alchemy is a thing, it kind of has to.
You look
we're
at
gonna
pictures
move
of
right
sulfur
past
crystals.
Matt calling it a forbidden cheese curd.
Look at the pictures of sulfur. Either it's crystalline or it's just like chunks of like yellow that looks like weird cheese. If you eat it, you will die.
Yes, that at least is true.
Sulfur, the forbidden cheese curd. Everyone,
Yeah, that's it. Put it on a shirt.
make
Put
it
it on
trending.
a shirt. Well, if it's sulfur,
Oh, now I want poutine.
well, that
God
could
damn
mean
it,
all
man.
sorts of things. It could mean volcanic activity in the area, or even something as innocuous as like a geyser or a hot spring can sometimes
Agate
have
looks
sulfur
over
deposits.
at the largest structure that's closest to your house, so to speak, the kind of slightly ruined tower, and is like, potentially it's from whatever destroyed that.
Oh.
Could have been some sort of crude explosive, perhaps, or magical reaction with elements. Falls over the back. Now give me a belly rub.
Of course, of course. Avi being the same size as Agate, it is like a whole body workout for her to give Agate a belly rub.
It's like a human giving a wolf a belly rub.
Yes.
Like a full-sized wolf.
Gamma seeing all of this just kind of says under their breath, "Damn, I wish I had Igra that well trained."
I'm not trained, I'm just friendly.
Agate shakes her head.
What? Do you disagree?
Seems very interested in a passing little moth now.
Oh. Well, I thought we were friends.
She purrs a little and just nuzzles you.
Mm-hmm.
Cats, you know.
Ever so aloof.
Yes.
Well, if we don't see any more funky stuff.
A very tall, pale man in a suit walks by. He has no face. No.
Oh, that's just Tuesday.
No. Your rest of your watch goes by uneventfully. You end up like watching YouTube videos with Ikura and Agate.
On what? On what device?
Magical tablet.
Mm-hmm. So do I have one of those now?
No.
Is that canon?
Nope. You were almost falling asleep and you were imagining things from the future.
You were dreaming.
Yeah. Morning comes, and just as you're about to head back in, you turn and look, and there is a very bright colored bird sitting right up on the wall over here. It's got this crazy head of feathers. It's got multicolored wings and stuff, and it's got big googly eyes, and it kind of just looks down at you, and you look at it, and it looks at you, and then
As you look at them,
lets out a
they
horrible
look at
screech
you.
and signals the morning.
I say hello. And bird.
And it just kind of falls backwards off the wall.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's fine.
I think I have to run out to the other side of the wall and see if it's okay.
Avi, what's wrong? Avi, what's wrong? What are
There
you
was a bird.
running
It
for?
was very colorful, and then I said hello, and then it squawked and fell off the wall.
You run around just in time to see this thing bouncing, like hopping out into the forest. It's got
Oh.
like it tucks its legs under its body and then springs out and then lands on them and tucks them back in and then springs out again. It's the most bizarre bird you've ever seen.
Oh,
Birds
you
are
get a third
weird.
spell slot.
What's that? Can I roll a nature check to see if I know what
Yes.
kind of bird it is?
You think it
Oh,
might be some
critical
sort of jungle
failure.
god.
Ophelia, that's. I think it's a god.
You know, I think you're right.
No, with a 15, you at least know, no, this is some sort of like jungle chicken. I don't know what kind specifically, but it's not a god.
I think
I think
it's
it hit
the
a
god
tree
of
on it.
the chickens.
God of the chickens, but it doesn't look anything like a chicken. Chickens are very, very good, and Anchor Root's little familiar feathers is very
Choco's
sweet,
head
but
is
they don't
slowly
look
kind of
like
going around the
that.
wall looking at you guys.
But wouldn't you want your god to be prettier and cooler looking?
As it's just about to get back into the tree line of the forest, it literally bounces into a tree, falls back down, course corrects slightly, and then keeps jumping into the forest. So majestic.
So majestic.
I don't think I've ever seen anything so beautiful in my whole life.
Y'all drink the cactus juice. and
You're
chat.
offending Choco.
Choco is judging you right now.
Choco, do you know what that was?
Choco says nothing.
Choco though has noticeably grown more scales overnight.
Choco, I think you have eczema.
I was going to say grayscale.
You got eczema.
Comes out, pecks Igoro awake.
Or what's the disease the new Dendro lady has?
I don't know, and I haven't played that far.
So no spoilers, because I still haven't played that far either. I am behind on the Genshin story, and I'm ashamed to say that.
It is what it is.
Sumeru.
Anyway,
yeah,
yeah. Wake everybody up, huh?
You wake up, the new day is dawning, the crisp, salty air is coming off the coast, despite the fact that I think you guys are still inland, so this shouldn't be salt water, but, you know, blood salt, whatever.
What's up?
Once all the students are awake and, like, prepare for the morning, Igor's going to get them all together and say, all right, everyone, put your finger on your nose. Who's the last one to do it?
I would say Iboko because she's usually trying to figure out what you want her to do before you're doing it, and this makes no sense to her.
Boko, your job for the day. Your amulet must be in your field of vision at all times. You're a caller. If things get wacky ducky.
She looks around, immediately grabs a long bit of wood off the ground, makes into a sort of a staff, and ties the amulet to the end of the staff so she holds the staff in front of her. The amulet is always dangling in front of her.
Good job. You get full credit for this.
A
Excellent.
little shiver goes through her when you say that.
Oh,
10 out of 10. That's enough for an A for
Girl.
me. That's enough for
It's
for
been
an egg for
it's been almost a
Igor.
week without praise from an
God.
academic figure.
There you go. That's enough for an A from
Who was
Igor.
gonna
But
leave the school?
in all seriousness,
It didn't help that she had to spend time with her dad, who was always like, "No, you should let me do this. I can."
In all seriousness, if that thing starts to tarnish and we're all going to die, you let out a big old wail saying, "Hey, it's time to get out of here," and then we're going to run to the muster point 2, and then 3, and then 4, depending on amulet reaction. Does everyone understand?
Yes,
nod.
sir, Igor.
Ka-chow. All right. Now, students. For now.
All right.
Uh,
You have a whole open world to explore, non-tarnished warrior.
do we want to just start clearing the buildings around us fully?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Well, remember, You guys are here on an academic search. You guys are here to do like archaeology and like anthropology, maybe.
But
No,
I think the
anthropology is
first thing
people.
should be make sure that our camp is safe.
Yeah, that and but
I mean-
you have to
Yeah.
understand, Matt. Igor is paranoid at this point that no matter where we go, something is going to try to kill us because that's kind of what's been happening.
Hey, see any statues around?
There doesn't appear to be any statues left standing.
Do we want to go and investigate the source of that movement
What movement?
from last night?
Oh, I didn't see anything.
Oh, Gamma was telling me about. Yeah, there's some movement to the north there in those buildings over there.
Yeah, let's check them out.
The smell is still here, by the way.
Yeah, I want to investigate that at some point.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Sulfur?
Yeah,
Yes.
something stinks.
Eggs.
Something is rotten in the state of blood salt, Mott.
Mm-hmm.
1,000-year blood salt.
Well, yeah, let's
Oh, boy.
shall we get ready to open up these doors?
Yeah. Which would be...
So, show me the route you guys are going to take in what direction.
Gamma,
Like, where do you want to
see,
go?
Three
You got-
little buildings.
You got the tower that's right here. You got the buildings up here. You got the large building over here.
Where
you got
did
the
we,
large.
Where did we see the movement from last night, Matt?
The movement was somewhere up here in this collection of buildings. It's a little hard to pinpoint. It was dark.
Okay. So Igor would recommend heading towards the movement first, just because we know there might be something there, and we should probably deal. Like maybe
Okay.
go and investigate like the bigger building or the smaller ones, like whichever one y'all think would be best first.
I think we
Need-
should just go in order.
Okay.
And
Want to do the tower first?
Well, do what's closest to us, which is like these little huts, and then move up this way.
Well, we cleared
I like
these
that
little
idea.
huts yesterday.
Yeah, the little huts were basically empty.
Okay.
You poked your head in to see if there was room for people, and you would have had to like sleep standing up against the walls.
Yeah, well let's go past those then.
Okay, so first port of business will be this crossroads, Matt, where Gamma is.
Sorry, you're heading up through this way?
Yeah.
All right, so come back.
Oh god.
Yeah. So, let me just read something here real quick.
Uh-oh.
We'll put Gamma there.
Yeah, leave Gamma there.
Yep.
Let me just read this. So you guys are passing this tower. The upper levels of this building have collapsed over the low levels, leaving only a twisted bronze spire amid chunks of red-stained stone. As you guys are passing by, anyone who wants can give me a crafting check to maybe determine something about the building.
Nope.
See,
Damn,
leave-
I don't think I have rolled above a 10 all night.
Ah, Air's
Ah.
got 22.
Aerith. Aerith, adopting her practiced teacher voice, says, judging by the difference in the scorch marks on the stone compared to the natural damage suffered on the rest of the buildings, this was probably brought down by some sort of alchemic explosive, possibly in the last few days.
do you think it was the stinky hat guy?
Yeah, maybe.
And as Aerith kind of like wanders closer, like pontificating about this, the tower itself kind of shudders.
Aerith, step back, please. Okay.
No. This all happens simultaneously. Yeah,
Aerith
reacting to
there. Okay.
encounters is not a free action.
I had Aerith in a specific spot. Fine.
Yes, and then I took control of her to make the situation more fun.
Yeah. Let's die together.
Yeah. All right, and oozing out from the structure.
What's the point
Ew.
of tactics?
Well, calm down.
It's okay. I'm just going to tell you the name of this thing if I can actually select it. Hold on. Did I put it on the wrong layer?
Don't waste actions on there.
Oh god,
We
I put it on the
see
map.
it.
And...
We see it now.
Sort of.
Oh, I put it on the map layer. Sorry.
I'll zone it in.
And I have to get back on the token layer. Yes. You guys face to face with the Screaming Sulfur.
Ew.
Ew. Oh god.
Goodness gracious.
That's cute.
hate
Yeah.
that.
So we are going to, I'm just let me get the initiative track open. We are going to roll initiative for a combat thing as this just sudden tidal wave of sulfurous goo with emerging faces screaming and letting out plumes of smoke emerge from beneath it.
It's got bubbles in his mouth.
Yes, he does.
Icky.
And souls. Where's the initiative?
Souls? God, finally, I don't roll dirt for initiative.
Oh, hold on. That's not initiative. There's initiative. There we go. All right. Do you want me to control Aerith, Will?
I got it. I just had to make sure I had things pulled up.
Okay.
And initiatize the Aerith. That's about right. And initiatize. Where's my Igora sheet? Oh, I closed Igora so I could bloody prep the thing correctly. My bad. And Igora is there. Boop. That's about right.
All right. Let me just make this down. That should be everyone. Oh, no, pardon me. There's one other person, especially tonight. There is Endures in Darkness, who also needs to roll initiative. We need to get the heal bot in there.
Thank you, Daddy Darkness, for healing us when we need healing.
Icky.
Icky.
That's a
No,
really weird relationship.
All right. And so from the top is going to be the Screaming Sulfur. Let's see. It is. Let's see. What is the range on that? I think you're all within range of this.
Like that.
Yeah. Except Endures in Darkness, who is being a little slow
Like
this morning.
that.
It is going to use its choke ability.
Kinky.
Ooh.
So everyone within 30 feet are suddenly bombarded with agonizing cries and a vision of death and the feeling of suffocation. Give me a will save.
Oh my god.
Fails.
All right, so
Critically
it is
fails.
DC of 26, so you all fail.
This one?
Yep.
Oh,
Ooh,
I got
Choco.
Thank you.
So
for
anyone who
the
rolled-
raid. Oh, thanks for the subscription.
Anyone who rolled a lower than a 26, you're going to take
Everyone.
9 mental damage.
So
And-
close.
Anyone who rolled below a 16 is going to take, I guess, double.
Yeah, 18.
So that was 2 actions, and
4 minus
with its last action, a ghostly hand made of yellow smoke and dripping with kind of like ghostly goop is going to lash out at Gamma, and it's going to hit you with a ghostly hand. 38,
Crits.
50
Great.
negative damage, and that's its turn.
I hate that. We're gonna get a bard song up, of course. As Ophelia is like, what the hell is this thing? That's nasty. Don't
It is
touch my
very nasty.
This
friends.
thing hits me on a 4.
I don't want it to have
Oh,
any.
actually, Ophelia, because you started within 30 feet of it, please give me a will save.
Another one?
Yes. You are within its aura.
Man. Stinky aura.
All right, so you are frightened 1.
Ah, mother.
Oh, pardon me, that's a critical failure, so you're frightened 2. And for as long as you remain within its aura.
All right. Okay, so we have bard song up, and then I would like it to make me a will save because it is rolling really well, and I would like it to not
Stop.
roll well. Roll me a
Ill
will
omen. Interesting. Cursed and misfortune. Yep. Can't ignore that. So that is going to be a will save.
Yes, please.
Critical 20.
Mother of all that is
Yeah.
good in this
Son
Son of a
world.
bitch.
Hey, Chad, if you want to send some hero
With
points
a
towards the
plus
players,
20, with a plus 20 and its will save, so to beat your DC.
who's
it
looking
needs to
behind
be
the
3.
curtain?
It
Pay
tells
no
you
attention.
if you hover over it. It tells
Yes,
you.
if you hover over it, if you're looking for it.
Even
Yes,
if
Will,
you're a
I know what
player,
you're
it
doing.
tells
That
you.
is.
I'm aware of that, but you have to look for that.
You don't need to
But
look for
anyway.
that. It rolled a natural 20. It
that.
has a plus 20. It got a 40.
That's so
That's
That's
true.
fair. That's fair.
You
That's
have
math.
to look for it by doing
Because he was
basic
talking
math.
about he was talking about putting the mouse over it. That's what I was getting on about. But it passes. That is your 2 action. You have 1 action. You
That
do the bard song.
is my action. That is my turn. And then with my free action, I will bespell my weapon for mental damage. Here we go.
All right.
Cool.
And then that immediately goes away because at the end of your turn.
Oh, okay. I'll just use it.
I mean, you can. It doesn't cost you anything. It just won't do anything. Avi, you're up next, and Aerith, you'll be up next.
Yep.
All right, I think I am going to use one of my uses of Pocket Library, which I would have prepared and cast at the beginning of the day,
Ooh.
to do a recall knowledge check on this thing. Again, it grants me a +1, and also if I roll a critical failure, I get a failure instead, and I get additional information if it is a success. So what is the skill I need to roll for recall knowledge?
This is, I think this would be religion, because I think undead things fall under religion.
God.
Well, alright. How's a 20?
Well, it's been several weeks. Remind me, how does a knowledge check work?
It is. What is the rarity of the monster?
It is uncommon.
So it is 20 plus the creature's challenge rating.
All right, so I'm afraid that is a critical failure, which becomes a failure then.
Okay, well, I guess I don't learn anything. Although I did inadvertently learn that it is undead.
Well, here's the thing. I'll give you a bit, another additional bit of description. It does seem mildly kind of ghostly. Like, it doesn't seem to have, like, it's not physically, like, necessarily affecting the tower as it kind of, like, bubbles out of it. It's kind of, like, gaseous or spirit-like. That's pretty easy to recognize just from looking at it.
Right. Well, this did save me from casting Enervation, which was what I was going to do, because that would have healed it.
Oh.
So I am glad I did not do that.
Are you also in its aura?
I think that I am, probably.
Here, do you
But instead, well... You know what? I'll do Needle of Vengeance against Gamma. I don't know if the mental damage is going to go through, and then I will move back here. I think that puts.
Will, did you put the aura on there?
I just made the aura for it.
That's very helpful.
I hope that's okay.
Okay, not to there.
No, that's perfectly fine.
That's-
I know it can be very annoying to keep track of those things.
Yeah.
Pulling out the measuring
Okay,
tape
I'm
constantly.
moving here.
I can't believe we were camping so close to something this foul.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gross.
you smelled it all night.
Ew.
Really thought it was something further away.
It was a little farther underground, but you guys got close and it kind of triggered it.
Don't like it.
So yeah, that was. Oh, Pocket Library was 3 actions. Okay.
Well,
Aerith,
it's 3 actions to cast it. It's 1 action to use it. It's kind of like Mage Armor, but
Okay. Aerith, you're up. Endures in Darkness is next. Then Ira.
Okay, so will save against frightened.
Yes. That is a failure, but not a critical failure.
Cool. 3rd level magic missile. Oh, I have to click the level 1 one. So I get 6
A magic missile is
missiles.
force damage, right?
Yep. So 5, 8, 11, 16, 17. That's 4. 20. 24 points of force damage.
It seems to hit it hard.
Yep.
Doesn't seem to resist any of that damage. So you said 24?
24 points of force damage.
That is very easy for me to do math on.
No, sorry,
Thank you.
25, because the last one.
Even easier.
Yeah.
What a nice round number. All right. Endures in Darkness, who is dragging his heels a little bit this morning because he's a little bit of a slow starter. But he saw that big, heavy hit that Igora took. But he also noticed Avi Avi moving to a certain distance. So he's going to waddle over here, keeping out of it, looking at Igora, and he's going to do a 2-action heal.
Please do it.
To get
level.
to Gamma. He's going to start with a level 3.
That should be okay.
So, heal. No, that is going to be 3d8 plus what? 24?
Yeah.
39 back to Gamma.
Well, I'm now at 84, so that's better.
Now it is your turn.
Alrighty, we are going to, since
Will
I
save.
don't have to worry about that, yes, make a bunch of will saves. Just tell me what I get.
That one, Gamma got a success. And so Gamma never has to roll again.
It goes after the lowest one for me and Gamma.
Oh.
So
failure but not a crit.
We both have to succeed it.
All right. It is a failure but not critical, so you're just frightened 1.
Yeah, alright. That's fine. I'm frightened 1. Gamma is frightened 1. We have access to 4th level spells. Okay, so that's not going to be great for us then. Then in that case, what we will do is we are going to spend 2 of our own actions to haste thyself.
Ooh.
Thank you, Druid dedication.
I keep thinking haste is a 3-action spell.
It's not.
Oh, I have to get that out of my head for Garl.
Yeah, and then what's the distance from this thing? Is it within 10 feet of Gamma?
It is within 10 feet of Gamma, yes.
Cool, then Gamma will make a couple strikes on it. So, hasted action, belly bump, 25.
25, I'm afraid, doesn't quite make it.
I rolled an 8. Second
Yeah.
attack. Yeah, misses. Cool, that's me.
All right, we're going to move on to the Screaming Sulfur, who is just going to use his choke ability again. Anyone who's still within 30 feet is going to need a will save or take 13 mental damage.
Okay. Ooh, Gamma got a 30.
Gamma succeeds.
But that doesn't
Ophelia, it's a failure, but not critically.
Igora
Igora
fails, so we
fails.
will take the full damage. And Eris succeeds.
It's nice.
All right. And this is just a basic one, so I think a success means you don't even take half.
Nope, success means you take half.
Okay.
Critical success means you don't take half. And Choco fails,
Okay.
so Choco will take the full
All right,
amount.
so half will be 6. So anyone who got roll higher than a 26 will get 6 damage. Everyone else takes 13.
Shit.
And then several of the ghostly screaming faces, they never seem to pause for breath. I'm going to turn to Aerith because Aerith did a nasty bit of damage to it last turn. And it's going to lash out with a ghostly hand, which does have a range of 15 feet.
Ew.
39.
Oh, God.
Shit.
So that will be 34 negative energy damage as the hand actually sort of passes through Aerith and just seems to like damage her life force.
Eris would have been at full. She was not at
Yeah.
last.
Everyone was at full stats.
76.
Yeah.
So it would be from the first one, 9. The second one was 6, and then minus 9.
Ophelia, you're up next.
6, I know you said 34.
Yes.
Okay, Eric takes it all.
All right.
Jesus.
Takes it all. Aerith, you're up. Avi, you'll be up next.
Ophelia's up, you mean.
Ophelia, sorry. Ophelia, you are up.
You can't just start singing ABBA and expect me not to.
I expected you to sing along.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, keep Bard song up. I don't like.
Did you pass your will save last turn?
No.
Give me another one. Because
Okay.
you're starting your turn within the aura.
Okay. Oh, God.
That is a critical failure. You are frightened 2.
Alright, it will actually, so this should have happened last time. I totally forgot. That will trigger my reaction. I know it's a will save, but make me a will save.
Schadenfreude. 29, not a critical success.
Alright. Okay. It's distracted by its amusement and takes a -1 status penalty on perception
One of the
checks and
ghostly
will
faces.
saves.
One of the ghostly faces chortles a little.
Rude.
I'm sorry, that's so funny.
She tries to be amusing and entertaining at all times of the day. You know what I mean? Like,
Proceed with the rest of your turn.
I will get the hell out of Dodge. Is this out of the... This out? Is this out? Or no?
I'd say
actually
this
see
would be
it.
out. If more than half of the square is covered in the aura, I would say it's still in.
Okay. I don't see the aura, so...
Oh yeah, I also can't see the aura.
Oh, really?
Oh, if I pop over to the Twitch, I can see it.
Try out to only look. Okay, Will's got a good focus on it. Thank you, Will.
Yes, thank you.
Also, Will has zoomed in on a good part of the screen, too, which allows people to look at Twitch without revealing the rest of the encounters.
Yes,
Thank you, Will.
I try to be somewhat good at this, Matt.
All right,
You are.
So we gotta...
You're succeeding wonderfully, without even me having to ask, which I appreciate.
And... it's frightened 1.
Technically, if you moved out of 30 feet...
Oh, no, you're right!
You would
You're
also
right! You're so
See,
right!
I can do basic math, too.
You are so right! I cannot! Basic math is beyond me.
What was it doing?
Well, I don't really have much, I'm gonna bespell my weapon. The last thing was...
Technically, it would be Schadenfreude?
Would be...
Schadenfreude is a reaction.
Yeah.
But it is a spell, though.
It's
the last spell she casts, though. Plus, it doesn't matter because remember, Bespell is going to go away at the end of your turn.
Yeah, it only really...
So, Avi!
So
unless you have one other...
It would be... Well, it's a free action. So it would be, mental. I guess it's mental damage. And then I'm just going to shoot it because I have nothing else to do.
Oh, sorry, that's what you're going for. Sorry, yes. Feel free.
Oh,
27?
That's a 27.
27 with the Bard song, that will hit.
That will be 8 mental
and you did dispel your weapon, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is dealing mental damage.
Yes, but it is magical mental damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
There
Unfortunately,
are not magical mental damage?
No, there is. There is not.
So
all mental damage is magical.
Yeah. Unfortunately, even with the magical damage, the magical properties to the damage, none of that seems to go through.
Ooh.
It might be immune to mental.
Okay.
And
that's my turn.
Here's the thing. I forgot another utility I baked into Endures in Darkness to help supplement your group. He actually has decent ranks in religion.
Yeah.
So he's going to do a knowledge check on his turn.
Oh, thank
Love
God.
that. Love that for him.
Avi, you're up.
All right. Let's do the one thing that worked really, really well, which was magic missile. We're gonna do. It's at 3rd level, so that's 6 bolts, I believe. 1.
Do you want to do the maths, or do you want
2,
someone else to?
3, 4, 5, and 6.
The answer is clearly someone else.
Should
know,
be 6. I was
Considering how much room it
counting.
takes in the thing, I almost want you guys just to roll, like, right in R or something.
6. That's gonna be 4 plus 6 is 10 plus 3 is 13 plus 6 is 19 plus 4 is 23 plus 3 is 26.
26, you say.
Yes, I do say. Oh,
All right.
but I don't know if I added the +1.
Yes, you
I
did.
was adding +1 for
You
part
were.
song.
Just out of curiosity, McKenna, how many bolts was that?
6. So 26 total.
And it was they're D4s, right?
Yes.
They're D4s +1, and then the Bard song gives them another +1.
Yes.
All right, so basically +2.
Yeah.
So do this, and it would be +2 times 6, so that'd be 12, I guess. So
Yeah.
24 or something.
But we got 26. It's all good. I added
Yeah.
that up too.
I'm just saying. 26, yes, a solid hit. It's all that damage seems to go through.
Good.
And that brings us to Aerith, and Endures in Darkness is up next.
Okay, 3rd level magic missile. 1. And I'll add these up as we go.
Oh, that
Or you could just do my method. And
I like this one more. It's more fun.
it fills the chat with so much fluff.
3, 6,
We know what Magic Missile does.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
gooey?
Yes.
15. 20.
I shouldn't get mad at the bard sassing me.
1, 2.
It's my job. Okay.
Exactly.
25 force damage, Matt.
24?
25 force damage, Matt.
Ah, 25. That's just shy of it being easy math.
Remember, you can highlight the number, delete it, put -24, and it will do the math for you.
Yeah, it's easier for me just to use my calculator.
Fair enough.
So that was Aerith's turn. Endures in Darkness. He's going to look at this and he's like, oh, let me think about this for a moment. And he's going to roll a religion check. 26. And we said it was what? 20 plus its level?
Yep, for an uncommon, 20 plus its CR.
Just shy for him too. He needed to roll a little better. But he is then going to use a. He's looking at that big hit that Aerith took.
Aerith is at 27 out of 76.
All right, I'm going to use a. He's going to use a 2-action 4th level heal. He originally considered, because you guys identified this thing as undead, running in there and doing like a 3-action burst to heal you guys and damage the thing, but then he realized he'd have to move, then he'd leave himself vulnerable for a turn. So he decided against it.
If we fight a bunch of small undead, that's the best one to use, but until then.
45 back to Aerith.
Okay, so
Respectable amount. Igra, it's your turn.
Alrighty, first things first, will saves 26.
What are you saving?
From the aura, because I didn't save last turn.
Yeah.
No, it's Will saves. What is Will saving?
Natural 20. So the 26 is what we get, which is a failure or success map.
But guys, only Jesus saves. No.
Jesus is all you need to be satisfied.
We don't have points in religion.
That TikTok.
Endures in Darkness might be, but we don't.
So 26.
Yeah, he's like, you guys can hear the background noise of him like trying to like figure this out, like by going through, well, you see, I remember reading it in the text once, and like, that's nice, Endures, that's nice. 34, that's nice.
Well, 26 because we used the lower one. Because
that is still a success.
Okay.
And you are now immune for an hour.
Cool. So
Thank God.
That's good. And let's see if Choco's still afraid of this thing.
Also, it's by the way, its aura ability is called Agonizing Cries.
You'd love to see it. Well, Gamma, 29.
29 will hit.
13 sonic damage. That is magical damage.
Okay. A little bit of that goes through.
Is it? Okay. Second attack. 25.
That will not hit.
Then I have 2 more actions. So Igra is going to use...
I'll be happy to tell you all this thing's crazy resistances or immunities after the fight.
If it's a it's a ghost, I have a feeling I know them. What can I do to deal with him? I don't really have anything that I can use against a ghost.
Yeah, but it's not what you know. It's what Igor know.
Yeah, I know. How many actions?
Mixing knowledge with character knowledge. My constant problem when we fight a monster, I'm like, ooh, I know what this thing does. I'm like, no, Garl, slap. You're dumb.
I want to confirm that this is only 1 action because I think it's 2.
Oh God!
So let me check something.
Heavy.
I would say the next person is up, but that's me.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just making sure this is not
No,
only
no.
1 action.
We all learn by doing.
It is only 1 action. Okay, sweet. With Igor's last 2 actions, neither of which are hasted, to protect companions, both on Choco and Gama.
Ooh. Alrighty then. Alright. The Screaming Sulfur is next. He's, second verse, same as the first. Choke again, so everyone who's still in the aura, which is just all the people Will controls.
Oh.
And Aerith. Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
are controlling Aerith right now.
What did I say?
Bruh.
So that is a
Igor
failure, but
didn't
not critically.
Well, no, because I'm frightened, so Igor critically fails. Because that's a -1.
Oh wait, no, hold on.
It doesn't matter. Gama critically failed on the dice, so I'm taking double.
Well, I was checking though because you just failed. You just succeeded.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Well, no, actually, it's the choke is not actually based on the aura. It's just in the range of the aura.
All right, well then we're fine. But Gama still critically failed with 16, so I'll take 26 damage, and Aerith will take 13.
Yes. And then it's gonna lash out at Gama.
Cool.
40.
Critical
Ew.
success. I'm going to use my reaction for the protect companion stuff.
Cool. That's its last action. Ophelia, you'll be up next.
What protect companion does is, let's see, we're doing this at 3rd level technically, so I will lose 10 hit points, but I will reduce the triggering damage by 20.
Nice.
So
That's a good trade-off.
50 becomes 30, becomes 40, and I go down to 5 hit points.
All right. Endures in Darkness has the next target. Ophelia, you're up.
All right. All right. So I don't know if I would have to spend an action to tell my duplicate where to go because it just says so. It's a 2-action spell for Mirror's Misfortune, and it says here. I'm just gonna pop it in chat.
Yeah.
You put it in you summon it into an adjacent square, but you decide what it does next, so it can move.
It is part of the 2 actions, so I imagine it wouldn't be an extra action.
Okay.
Yeah, you decide a simple course of action for the duplicate to follow, such as to walk in a specific point or wave its hands in the air, but more complex routines are beyond its ability. So, creature... Yeah, so you could tell it to go walk. I would imagine it would have the same movement speed as you are, so as part of the casting the spell, you could instruct it to say walk 30 feet if that's your movement.
35.
All right, so you could tell it to walk to somewhere 35 feet away.
Okay, cool. Would you mind popping a duplicate into... Thank you. I tell her to go right here.
Oh, that worked. I'm just going to put a little symbol next to it. Blue.
And there she dances and sticks her tongue out at the sticky man.
All right, you have...
That's my turn.
All right, keeping Bard Song up?
Yep.
All right, Avi, you're up, and then Aerith.
I sure up. Yup, I sure am, and I definitely have things that are useful to hurt this creature. Definitely not a whole lot of mental damage, and death and fear effects that I'm sure it's definitely not immune to. Yup. Oh, what's the range on telekinetic projectile?
30.
30 feet, probably.
It is just 30. For some reason, I was thinking it was 60.
But Avi, you're in 30. Like, you have the 30 on it.
Oh, I thought I was outside of the 30 because I'm outside of the aura.
Oh, maybe it doesn't extend to every square. It's just if the aura is a little bit in the square, so within 30. Weird.
Well, then I'll... well, if I have 30 feet on it, then I'll just do electric arc because I think that'll be less likely. I think he probably will have resistances to physical damage, but he might not to electricity. Woof. That was weak. It could make a reflex save for me.
Sure. I'll give you this for free. That is its lowest save. Sorry, I pressed forward.
That is its lowest save.
No, I was wrong.
Fortitude. It was
That
fortitude.
roll doesn't count. I was rolling for it by accident. You
No.
needed
A nat 20 is a nat 20.
Okay. Forward is its lowest save.
I'll honor the nat 20 that was rolled. Well, it does nothing.
All right.
Oh, God.
Aerith, you're up next.
Well, no, I do still have... Yeah, I'll put Needle of Vengeance back up. I guess I'll do it against Ophelia's little double. I don't know if that's something I'm allowed to do. No?
I wouldn't.
No, because the seconds. Well,
I wouldn't do that.
Well, because that's what's going to try to draw aggro, right?
She's gonna pop.
Well, the whatchamacallit, it doesn't damage her, it damages
Yeah, but
them
wouldn't
for
you want
damaging
to?
her.
Wouldn't you want to keep it up, though?
I would throw it on Aerith maybe, just because they're going to be drawing a lot of aggro shortly.
Yeah, but I feel like Aerith is going to go down even faster. I will put it on Aerith if you guys think that's who he's going to attack next.
Or Goblin.
Yeah. Alright, I'll try Aerith.
Okay. Where's Aerith? Spells. 3rd level magic missile. Boop, and we'll do 6 again. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 16, 20, 24, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24. Force damage.
24?
Yep.
All right. Solid hit.
And that's Aerith.
All right. Damn it, I just closed the one I needed. Yours in darkness. He is gonna kind of shout out as well as his little mushroomy lungskin and asks, Igra, do you need healing?
Give me a second. Sorry, I have like 4 different health points. I'm at 5 hit points, so yes.
Oh!
All right.
I mean, if we kill it, I don't need healing. Got a scorch. You got a holy light in your bud. Something to kill ghosts with.
Hold on a sec.
Ghostbusters!
I have to actually look at what this kind of damage this does.
I think there's something strange in this neighborhood.
No,
But
that's
who are
not
you
it.
going to call?
Go.
Apparently us, Lord Keepers.
Yeah,
Lord
no.
Speakers.
He is going to try and actually he is going to move up. Just to get a little closer to things, because he also has to. He is, and it's still out of range of the melee. He is going to try and replicate his senpai's efforts and do electric arc.
Oh,
Aw.
wow.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's terrible
You
damage.
don't have it programmed right, Matt.
No.
It's
How do I up it, the level?
You have to actually like
Roll.
program the spell manually.
Roll 3 more d4,
Yeah, roll 3 more.
assuming that 4th level is the highest he can cast.
I think so, yes. 3d4. Additional 9 damage, so that'll bring it up to 14.
Yep.
If he manages to hit. Sulfur reflex. 34.
Crit success.
Not a critical success. No, it is a critical
Yes,
success.
it is.
All right. And that's his turn, unfortunately. Igora, you're up.
Alrighty. Well, Gamma is going
Oh,
to.
Endures in Darkness now has to take a will save.
Ah.
Yeah, that's fine though. Endures darkness can be frightened. Fucking hell. 19.
He can.
Jesus.
31.
31 will hit, and this is magic
13
damage?
Magical sonic damage. It is sonic damage.
Yep.
Okay.
A little bit goes through.
Okay. One more strike. 22 will miss. And then Igora is going to do a 4th level single action heal on myself for 48.
Nice.
12 hit points. Cool, that's me.
All right. The Screaming Sulfur is a little perplexed by the things. I'm now going to roll a D2.
So,
On a 1, it'll target the dancing mirror image in front of it.
which it has to take a turn to actually think that it's not me. It really does think it's me.
Here's the thing. It's probably going to target it anyway just because it's the closest thing, unless it's going to target Aerith. So on a 1, it targets the dancer. On 2, it goes after Aerith.
It's not going to choke us.
Well, yeah, actually, it will do that. It will choke you all, or attempt to. Choke. 12 potential damage to everyone.
Everyone within
30
Oh God, Igora.
Igora goes down. I'm not even going to roll for Gamma.
Wait, I thought Igora was
Didn't you just
immune
heal
for an
yourself?
hour.
Yeah, you succeeded on us. Will save, Will.
Am I immune to the choke?
Well, no, this
though?
is the choke.
Yeah,
this is the choke. Then no.
This is the choke, but didn't you just heal yourself?
I did. I was at 5 hit points, and I got 12 hit points. So that brought me up to 17. I just rolled a natural 1, which means I take 24 damage.
Do you have a hero point?
No, because I used it on the perception check at the start.
Did chat give 0 points?
Chat
No,
give it
just
to
to
him.
Ophelia.
Okay.
Okay.
It's all good. Gamma disappears.
Oh God.
And he can make a will save because this is negatively impacting Aerith.
Give me just a quick second.
I
I'm
have
just
to roll
gonna
for
do.
Aerith too.
I'm gonna just do the update the life total for Endures in Darkness.
Aerith failed.
He's gonna
Not critically.
will save for the sulfur 34.
Oh.
Oh, well, yeah, not a critical success, but a success. So he'll take 4 mental damage.
Screaming Sulfur is gonna lash out at Aerith.
Yep.
Ghostly Hand.
Did I crit Aerith?
24.
Yeah, it didn't crit Aerith. It hit
No, it
Aerith.
rolled a 3. So 20 negative damage to Aerith.
And another will save, please.
Yeah. 33.
That's going to be another 4 mental damage. Does it look like it's going through?
Yeah, give me a quick second actually on that. That particular one does not.
Oh, okay. So Needle of Vengeance has done nothing.
Yeah.
Ophelia, you're up. And then Avi, you'll be up.
We're gonna keep Bard's Song up, and even if it's a little bit of damage, I gotta do something to this thing. So I'm gonna throw some Yeah, sonic
Oh.
damage. Had it magical
All right.
sonic damage.
Fort save. I'm assuming you're just targeting it somewhere where it won't hurt it.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
It's
Only rolled.
organs.
It failed.
Wow.
So that's
You
going to
know-
be a full 36
Incredible.
sonic damage. Just check something here.
Sickened and deafened.
Now, out of curiosity, Ophelia, what sound does your sound burst make? Is it like a ball, like
So-
a bell, or is it like?
So this is painful vibrations. Ophelia
Oh.
actually sings at an octave so high that only the person who's being attacked can hear it, and that is what they feel ringing inside of them.
For a second, it doesn't seem like it has any effect, and the thing almost starts to swell and look like it's about to like body slam you all. And then it keeps kind of getting big again, and you notice it's starting to vibrate a little bit, and then pop. And it
Did
dies.
it die?
It
Oh
died.
my
It
god!
only
thank
it only
God.
had 19 hit points left.
Oh, come on. Oh,
Jesus.
thank god.
Will, did you just delete it?
Yes.
My.
We're angry at this thing. That thing sucked.
So just to give you guys a little peek behind the curtain for
Is
this.
a ghost.
Oh,
It is immune to death effects, disease, paralyzed, poison, precision, and unconscious. It has resistance to all damage 10, except force, ghost touch, or positive, and double resistance versus non-magical.
Yeah, the second we were like ghost, I was like, this is not going to be much of me, but that's why we have Aerith spamming magic missile.
Yeah. All right. And we will probably do some healing bookkeeping the start of next session. Like, Endures in Darkness can get you up easily, Will, and then you guys can do a patty cake heal back and forth.
Yeah, it takes like... It would technically take, with my assurance, about 40 minutes for me to get everyone back to max health.
Nice.
But as we wind this particular
That means I
session
can
down,
focus.
as you guys kind of rush in to like check out Igara, I want everyone just to roll me a quick perception check, except Igara.
God.
Oh. One for me, one for Agate. Oh, these rolls are just not in
Reroll
tonight.
that.
Where the fuck is Aerith? There you are.
You know what? I have a hero point. I'm gonna reroll.
Yeah, we're ending the session.
Oh god.
All right, Avi,
27.
you're running, scuttling across the ground. I'm not sure how you run exactly.
I
And as you're
scamper.
doing, something catches in the corner of your eye a distance away, and you look, and you see a figure holding like a big vase or something shuffle into the house over here.
Sorry, click that one more time.
The big
Okay.
building up to the north. A figure just sort of like slowly walking, possibly carefully because they're carrying this large, seemingly somewhat intact vase into this building.
Interesting. Can I make out any other features on them?
They seem to be completely covered, like they've completely like wrapped themselves up to like, I don't know, avoid the sun or something.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, not necessarily to avoid the sun, also possible to keep them safe from the elements or something. It's hard to tell, except it just all you can see is you cannot see any skin. They are completely covered.
Okay. Good to know. Interesting.
And that is probably, well, that is where we're going to end things tonight. You guys managed to pull through those magic missiles were clutch in this situation because the force damage was completely ignoring its damage resistance. So,
It's...
So next week we have a Halloween episode. We will be streaming on Halloween. Is it going to be extra spooky, Matt?
I could certainly make it spooky. Everything will be like,
Oh god.
I'll have a button I can press and just doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doo. This Oregon
Put
sound.
it on a little stream deck.
I may be wearing a mask. Who knows?
You'll be wearing.
Will you
Avi
become
Avis.
Avi?
Are you going to wear the Avi skeleton mask?
No, I could just wear the normal skeleton mask.
Ooh, spooky.
It's actually better because I took the black material from another mask, cut it out, and stuck it on the inside of this one so you can't even see my face.
Nice. Very cool.
I'll probably be in my Ascendant to the Bookworm cosplay for this stream.
No.
I will be
Maybe-
debuting a cosplay. Very exciting. I've
Nice.
been wanting to do this for years, so hope it turns out well.
We look forward to it. And I hope you viewers, you all look forward to it. We thank you all for joining us tonight. Things are going to get interesting next week, spooky or not. There's going to be some interesting conversations potentially next week.
Yes, my friends, thank you all so very much for coming to tonight's episode of The Strength of Thousands AP here on twitch.tv/tabletop-rolls. Check out our other shows. League of Amazing Adventures is off this week, but we'll be on next week with a crazy lore reveal. And Genshin will happen this week, and there's Oceanid this week. We're getting Oceanid and one more surprise. Anyway.
Water can take many forms.
God.
Water can take many forms. We're going to go say hi to PJ.
Yeah, we're going to go say
Just
hi to
because
PJ.
PJ's on and I know that their content is safe to send you all to. So thank you all so much for coming, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Adios.